Good day once again, friendly viewers, and it is Naruto 581 that I'm reviewing today, as the title would suggest, obviously. So this chapter we get a lot of talking, a lot of, well, not really information, but we get a lot of talking. It's not quite as action-packed, and I was hoping for a bit more action. We got like a lot of Kabuto, like sucking up to Sasuke. Basically, he hides it like well in his like facial expressions, but it's really desperate. He's obviously like finding this difficult, or he's finding it like to try and get Sasuke on his team against Itachi, who it seems like Kabuto is really out of his depth and he's looking for help. We also get some cool scenes between Itachi and Sasuke as they, and how Kabuto tests Sasuke's ideals. Sasuke still wants to attack still wants to attack the Hidden Leaf, but because of his own reasons, I guess, to get his own back on what the Leaf did to his brother, who then did what he did against Uchiha and now for Sasuke. So it's kind of like backward logic / revenge retardation, but it's a bit random, really. I'm not really, well, I'm following, but I don't really. Yeah, it seems like Sasuke didn't quite explain himself well enough. Also, he said he wants the truth, and Itachi says you get the truth, which what basically I'm pretty sure what Kishimoto is telling us is that whatever happens at the end of this, Itachi is going to say something to Sasuke along the lines of probably what Toby has said, but with like extra details on Toby. Like, we're gonna probably find out a lot more about Toby, where he's come from, what he was doing back then. So this could help us find out who Toby actually is. Finally, at the end of the chapter, we get a new eye technique, a kinjutsu, from Itachi, who says Izanagi and is one of the jutsus, and he's impressed with Sasuke being able to to survive that technique against Danzo. But he reveals that there's another one, Izanami, which is the pair to make the pair of Izanagi and Izanami. Now, for those of you who don't know, I'm going to go all mythological on your ass. So, Izanami is basically, in Japanese mythology, Izanami and Izanagi are two gods that were like married. Basically, they were husband and wife, as gods, are. And they were the creators of the islands of Japan. Not all of the islands, like I think one of the islands. Or like, they made one of the islands first. So, yeah. Interestingly enough, Amaterasu, or Tiramasu was the left eye of Izanagi. Tsukuyomi was the other eye of Izanagi, and Susanoo was the nose of Izanagi. That when Izanagi died, these body parts then turned into other gods, and it seems like that these Izanagi and Izanami, everything they did, turned into new gods or new lands. Like, they had a wedding and there were bubbles, and the bubbles made new islands. Like, it's mythology, okay. So Izanami dies after giving birth to the fire god Kagutsuchi, and is sent to the underworld. Izanagi goes to visit her in basically what's hell, to try and get her back, and Izanami says no, she can't, because she's eaten the dark food. This video is becoming very tangential, but I'm coming to it, okay? Just roll with me. So there's something about Izanagi lighting a torch and seeing Izanami for what she really is, and she is like a decaying body. Oh yeah, this is the important bit. So basically, Izanagi then goes back to Earth, the normal realm, but Izanami doesn't want him to, and is like, "No, don't leave me. You're my husband." And Izanagi's like, "No, you decaying uh, bitch, please, just get out of my face." So yeah, he leaves and he creates a barrier between hell and our realm, the normal realm of where gods live and stuff. And Izanami basically pledges to take 1,000 lives every day, and Izanagi pledges to create 1,500 lives every day, so that all the deaths that she inflicts, doesn't super affect everything. So basically, that's how life and death were born onto the planet. So my main point here is trying to predict what the eye technique of Izanami will be doing. So if we think about how Izanagi is how we can make reality, or not we, how the eye technique is to make reality into illusion, and as Itachi has kind of said, that Izanami is the one that decides the fate. So I'm guessing it does the opposite effect. It creates illusion into reality. So basically, he can create. So if he puts, I'm guessing it's like an advanced version of Tsukiyomi. Like he can create maybe something, or he can. I don't know. It would be like a super powerful genjutsu as opposed to something physical like Amaterasu or Susanoo or yeah, that's what I think. I think it's going to be the opposite to Izanagi. Like maybe it's even, rather than allowing yourself to not be killed, it's creating a realm or like a dimension where Kabuto will no longer exist. Something like that, like taking him out of the world. Or something like that, causing him like not to die, but for him not to like be like exist, like, and then in their own, and then it actually could control the realm perhaps and stop him from using Edo Tensei. I don't know. What do you think about that? So yeah, I know this review was a bit reviewy. I'll give a quick review. I didn't really like the chapter. I liked the new eye technique, and at the end when Itachi used Sasuke's sword, that was pretty sick. But otherwise, there was a lot of words, and there was a lot of standing around. It was very Bleach. So yeah, it wasn't my favourite chapter, but I am looking forward to next week. As with every single Naruto chapter, I just can't wait for next chapter. So thanks for watching, and I hope to see you soon.